We live in an age of rapid progression. The industrialization of space has created several new and exciting employment opportunities throughout the solar system. So, how do you take part in the greatest adventure of the human race? Join Lynx as a cutter, a highly trained and specialized zero-G shipbreaker.
You will travel to distant worlds, meet new people, earn lots of credits, and have the freedom to create the spacefaring life of your dreams.
Okay, let's see. What do you got inside?
With your high-powered laser cutter, in addition to a host of additional state-of-the-art tools and equipment, you will be strategically dismantling and salvaging massive starships from every corner of the galaxy. And thanks to Lynx's revolutionary cloning technology, you can live a life of danger without worrying about ancient terrestrial problems like injury and death.
Please be aware that the resurrection costs will be added to your debt.
Lynx Corporation and its subsidiaries shall not be held liable for the injury and/or death of any participant in shipbreaking activities resulting from the inherent risks of shipbreaking activities, including but not limited to lack of oxygen, exposure to extreme temperatures, incidental and/or accidental electrocution, and reactor core meltdowns.
Helmet damage detected. Helmet damage.
So what are you waiting for? Apply to Lynx's Pave the Way to the Galaxy program today.
And become a cut above the rest.
All right, welcome. It's Thursday night. Here we are. Thursday night stream. Good evening, Mr. Nixie. How you doing? Good evening, the two people who are supposedly watching. Haven't said, oh, hey, there's one of them right now. EV20. EV23. Best EV in the internet. Now new and improved with Fridays off. How you doing, Evie? And how you doing, Nick? Hey, guys. So, I've continued playing this game, Hardspace Shipbreaker. I streamed it. I don't know if I play it for usually more than a couple hours at a time though. That's why Evie was asking me about PGA Tour 2021 is on sale right now on Switch. She was asking if I thought it was worth getting, and if I was going to play it again tonight. That's why I said maybe I will play it, because I don't know if I've got three hours or up to 4 hours. My streams go 3 to 4 hours these days. I don't know if Hardspace Shipbreaker is a game that I play for 3 to 4 hours. I'm doing pretty good, Nick. I'm glad to hear you're doing all right. I was actually lurking a Beck stream last night, but I wasn't feeling chatty. I forget what I was doing. I was looking at other stuff. I think I was doing D&D stuff. I was messing with one of my maps in Fantasy Grounds. So I was trying to remember. There's a part you made me laugh out loud, Nick. You guys were talking about like what you do or don't find acceptable or attractive in like when it comes to people you're interested in. And I think Beck was talking about how she's like, oh, I don't know if I can handle someone that's shorter than me. And Nick, you're like, I'd go either way. It's like if they're shorter than me, then they're like, well, we hug. She could put her head against my chest, and that's good. And then if she's taller, I can put my head against her chest, and that's good too. I was cracking up, but I was like, I was staying radio silent because I didn't want to get sucked into chatting, or God forbid, pressured into playing when I was like not. I was pretty focused on what I was doing. But anyway, just so you know, it's all true. No, that was. Just remember when you said that, like I started laughing. But yeah, no, this week's been pretty good for me. My gaming ADD continues, so I just realized that like I sort of stopped playing Final Fantasy XIV, but not enough to cancel it. But I think that might have run its course. I don't know. I got a little tired of the gameplay loop, but I just got into the new expansion. And it just sort of started feeling like more of the same, except in the new places. So this week has been about Hardspace Shipbreaker. Usually, on the nights that I've played games, I've played like an hour and a half of Hardspace Shipbreaker, and then usually about an hour and a half of. I've been playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. Nick, I think I saw that you had that on your wish list. But for some reason, after playing Dungeons and Dragons last week, I just got this itch, and like to play a D&D video game. And Pathfinder Kingmaker is the only modern video game that's actually mechanically built on D&D style gameplay and D&D rules. So, and supposedly they released in questionable shape, but they fixed a lot of those problems, and they've added a true turn-based mode. So I've finally decided to check it out. I've owned it for a while. I don't know if I bought it or if I got it. I might have gotten it in a Humble Bundle like a year ago or something. But once I started playing that, I've kind of been sucked into it. I've been really enjoying it. Oh, your interview went well. I was actually, Evie, when we were chatting on Twitter a little bit, I almost asked you, but then I thought, you'll probably bring it up during the stream. So I'll give you a chance to bring it up when I can actually. It's like, oh, if you got the job, I wanted to show an appropriate level of enthusiasm. But I'm glad the interview went well. That's awesome. And I hope that it moves forward and that works out well for you. That's very exciting. It's never been. I honestly can't remember how I got it, because I don't think I would have paid a lot of money for it. So I think it came in one of my Humble Bundles. That or it was super cheap, but I don't ever remember specifically like going, oh, Pathfinder Kingmaker's on sale, I'm gonna buy it. I feel like it just, like through Humble, just ended up in my library, and I was like, oh, that actually turns out like the kind of game I might like. It feels very much like the old Baldur's Gate games, the original ones, except now they've added true turn-based combat, where, because I've seen other games do that, where it's more of it's like you can make the game pause under certain conditions, and you can set it to do that to simulate rounds. But true turn-based is like everyone rolls initiative, it's this person's turn, now it's this person's turn, now it's the monster's turn, now it's this person's turn. And they've managed to implement that. And I like that because you can, if it's just sort of like trash mobs, you just let your people tear into it. But if there's a fight where you need to make sure like you're strategically firing off the spells right, and if you're gonna cast something like a fireball and you want to make sure you know exactly who's standing in it, that sort of thing, going to turn-based is really good. Hey, Food Brother Fili Contreras, good to see you, man. I hope you're hanging in there. I saw had a little car accident, and yeah, I hope you continue to recover and be well from that. But that sucks. Sounds like that was pretty scary too. So you know, there's the bones that can be hurt, and there's also the flipping. That's a real head trip to go through something where if you really feel like, man, it was this close to being so much worse type of situation. It can really mess with your head and also wake you up to how fragile our lives can be. Hey Stone, why not break ships? You broke it. Now, turns out you can break ships wrong. I've actually blown a couple of them up by accident, because you keep going up in skill level, and they keep giving you ships with more advanced problems or advanced like dangers. And so one of the more recent tiers that unlocked have reactor cores that once you remove them from basically once they're unplugged from the ship, there's a countdown timer until they explode. And basically, if as you're moving them they bump into anything, it explodes and it'll blow up like a third of the ship, and you if you're too close. Change my shirt. This is my gaming lawyer shirt. I actually have not worn my gaming lawyer shirt in in many weeks. And it turns out because I've got a hamper that's like a mile deep, and sometimes I just like when I do laundry, I'll just take the stuff off the top, and there's it's like archaeology where you go deeper into the hamper, and there's stuff like, oh, I remember when I wore that in the summer of 2020, and then the seasons changed, and then when it would come like, well, I'm not gonna wear that because it's cold now, and so it just stays in the hamper. The hamper develops these natural like strata layers. So it turns out somehow my gaming lawyer shirt got into a lower ended up in the lower strata of the hamper. So I actually it hasn't been in my last several laundry cycles because it was buried under some other stuff. Just resting. All right, food brother. Talent of justice. And it is hot out here, Matus. And hello, James Baker. Master lurker, but occasional surfacer James Baker. So, yeah. So I was saying when I opened that I might, because I've been playing this game almost every day, but I only play it in shorter spurts, that if I get to a point where I'm kind of like, okay, I've had enough Shipbreaker for the night, I might play a little bit more golf for AV23, because if she's still here, because Evie is considering buying it for Switch, and she needs that. She needs like the high pressure sales pitch from Game & Lawyer. A retired lurker. I have noticed, James, you've been pretty active in chats recently here, and I see you in the Beck Snyder stream. You've really come out of your shell. I'm tired today, though. If you're gonna ask how I'm doing, I don't know. Well, I can speculate, but it's stupid why I'm tired, and it's because there was a happy hour at my work, and at that point, that just means doing a Zoom meeting during the last hour of work, where you don't have to work and you can drink if you want to. And I had one drink. Actually, I had a shot of a liqueur, which is alcohol-wise is like having half a shot, but for some reason I've been like wanting to take a nap ever since. Evie's gonna be here all night. I've got my ceiling fan on, and I've actually this past week started turning my AC on because the sun hits the side of the building where my window is. It faces west, so for the whole afternoon and evening until sunset, even if it's not that hot, because Oregon is not known to be super hot, but yeah, it ends up getting pretty warm in here. So we've hit that time of year. And it's actually gotten in the 80s here, which is... I know that sounds like wimp whining, but for where I am, and then the way the sun hits the building, 80s is definitely AC time for me. Advanced age brings shorter spurts. You talking... Are we still talking about my Hardspace Shipbreaker spurts? And how you doing, Airbending Eagle? Yeah, we're having... I don't know if I know the heat... I don't know the heat wave song. 95. Well, you're in Central California, right? That place... Central California is like hot. Basically, as soon as you leave the LA basin and go anywhere, it's super hot. Like, I used to live in the San Fernando Valley, which is, you know, it's 5 minutes from downtown LA, but you go over a little ridge of hills, and all of a sudden it's 15 degrees hotter. So yeah, after my equivalent of, it was probably 60% of a shot of alcohol. It'd be like 60% a shot of whiskey that I had 2.5 hours ago. I'm ready for a nap, but you know, I couldn't let you all down. Actually, I did lay down. That's part of the reason why I was a little bit late. had kind of a, well, I didn't have a huge dinner, but I got Korean barbecue. Maybe that's why I'm sleepy. There's this Korean barbecue place, and I'm used to, back in Koreatown, when you order Korean barbecue, it came with all these sides, like some vegetables and kimchi and all this other stuff to balance it out. And I forgot, like, this place, if you want that other stuff, you gotta order it. Like kimchi in particular, I'm used to having with my Korean barbecue. And here it was like, here's a 4-pound pile of meat and 2 pounds of rice. There's your Korean barbecue, which there are worse things can happen to a person than having that much deliciously prepared Korean barbecue beef. I didn't eat it all because I ran out of, I just couldn't eat that much beef and rice without other stuff going on. But now, yeah, I've been pretty wrecked at Airbending Eagle. I've been pretty wrecked on Korean barbecue because most of the places I've gone, their portions are a little bit over generous, which is, you know, it's a good thing because I always have leftovers. I like ethnically diverse foods. My more standard rotation is, of course, Mexican food, and I don't just mean Taco Bell because that's American food. That's as American as McDonald's. But there's actually some decent Mexican chains around here. And let's see, what else? I like the Thai food. I like Indian food, but the thing that I like at Indian food the best are different curries, and Thai food does curries as well. And they also have pad Thai, which is like one of my favorite things. So when I order Thai food, I'll usually get like a red curry. I've discovered at some point in the past year that red curry is my favorite curry. And I'll get pad Thai. I'll get one of each and then I'll have it the next day. Yeah, kimchi. My wife has learned how to make kimchi. So for the past several years, we normally have a big jar of kimchi. But this is one of the only times we didn't. Like starting, because I think we had one, but we hadn't been eating it, and it just sat in there, and it actually, maybe the way we were storing it, actually started growing, like getting moldy. Which kimchi's sort of one of those things where if you prepare it right, it's supposed to keep fermenting, and people have it for a long time. But we finally we threw ours out, and we hadn't made a new batch. Your lovely wife just brought you some beef, rice, and veggies. Nice. I'm thinking I should have gotten veggies with my Korean barbecue, because they do ask if you want one side, and they're like, do you want macaroni salad or vegetables? And for some reason, macaroni salad sounded good. But I thought there was going to be kimchi and other stuff that was maybe a little more, like usually you get like bean sprouts. You get certain things that I'm used to getting that are a little more vegetable-y, that just in like the Korean restaurants in Koreatown where I lived for 15 years, you're like, I just want barbecue beef, and they bring you all this extra like little side stuff that goes with it as garnishment. So you bring a ton of it, and even if you order to go, they give you a bag with a whole bunch of like that stuff too. Tamales, I like my tamales. I love those. Yeah, they're pretty good. You never had pad Thai? They're rice noodles or glass noodles. The noodles are a different consistency, and I'm not sure exactly what the flavoring is with the pad Thai, but it's like a red, sort of like a reddish brown coloring to what they flavor the noodles with, and they'll crush peanuts. Sometimes they'll have a little bit of peanut-based sauce. It's just really good, and it doesn't have the texture of regular like flour wheat noodles. It's a little more like chewy, almost. That's a bad comparison. I was gonna say like gummy bears, which I also love, but the glass noodles have a little more of a chew, like in that sort of direction, but obviously not like gummy bear consistency. And you can have glass noodles, in all sorts of different types of dishes. One of my favorite that I haven't seen here, but it was like it was a glass noodles, like spicy coconut shrimp noodle, and what was it? Crab, spicy crab. It was a spicy coconut crab. Oh, so good. I like Trader Joe's tamales. Trader Joe's makes some pretty authentic tamales, I feel. So, Thai style curried chicken. From rice flour, the rice noodles, you mean? Oh yeah, but as opposed to like the regular wheat noodles, it's just a whole different. It's a whole different like texture and feel, which I don't know. It's good. I like it. Good stuff. And pad thai doesn't have to be spicy, and neither does curry for that matter. But any one of those things, like you gotta watch out when you're ordering Thai though, because they'll offer everything you order. You specify the level of spiciness, and it's like mild, medium, or hot. And I remember the one time I ordered medium, and people of do Thai, you're probably familiar with this. I know I've had friends that have had the same thing happen, and the person at the restaurant will be like, "That's kind of hot. Are you sure?" And you're like, "Psh, like whatever. I always get fire sauce at Taco Bell. I can handle this." I remember I got some of that coconut. It was the coconut crab spicy glass noodles, and I got it medium one time, and man, I was crying and my nose was like totally snotting everywhere. It was delicious. I ate the whole thing. And then I had some fiery digestive issues that night. It's still worth it. Thai beef salad? I never heard of that. And hello, Chevy guy, what's up? Welcome. Just doing my traditional half-hour open screen. I was thinking about that the other day, how I do this, because for some reason my Shipbreaker stream has gotten residual views, and normally my videos don't. So for some reason, the fact that I was playing Shipbreaker somehow got extra attention to the video. And I was just wondering, people who don't normally watch my stuff, if somehow they found my video and they're like, oh yeah, this is like, because Shipbreaker was on sale. And so people are like, oh, yeah, here's this random streamer playing Shipbreaker. And they start the video and it's like, oh, it's a stream. So he's gonna, have a couple minutes introduction. Okay, fine. Some streams, they do that. There'll be a 5-minute countdown where the streamer's not even talking. It'll just be like music playing. It'll be like, starting soon. Give people a chance to arrive. I said, bullshit. I'm just gonna start talking and lose track of time, and I'll get to the game eventually, but it might be 45 minutes. But I got thinking about these random people that are like, oh, let's check out this game, Hardspace Shipbreaker. And they come into my stream, and then they're like, oh, well, okay, I'll forward 5 minutes. Oh, this dude's still talking. All right, forward 10 more minutes. This guy's still talking. Okay, got half hour, 40 minutes in. God damn it. This guy's still talking. He's still on the welcome screen. Hardspace, they figured it was porn? You think that's what it was? Dragon Mouth? Oh, was Dragon Mouth and Bottom? What? Is that? Oh, that was how we explain my status. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? You order a dish? The Thai style curry chicken? Was that? There's like, you're like, oh, do you have any special requests for this order? It's like, I like Dragon Mouth and Bottom style noodles, please. Yeah, hello, Brad. And yeah, 45 minutes until gameplay. Yeah, we're breaking ships. This has sort of been the game I've been playing. This week I've sort of phased out Final Fantasy, and I haven't played golf this week. I might play golf later tonight. But Shipbreaker I've been playing, and the other game I've been playing has been Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is basically like the old school Baldur's Gate, a modern version of it. But I play Hardspace Shipbreaker for maybe 2 hours, and then I've sort of usually had enough. I can't marathon it. So that's what I was thinking. If I do that tonight, and if I play a little while, and then I'm like, all right, I have enough, we might go back to golf for a quick 18. Yeah, no, I got you about I picked it up once I realized that, yeah, that's how I described Dragon Mouth and Bottom. The fire was real. You ordered 1 terabyte micro SD for your Switch? Calling you crazy for wanting that much space? You can never have that. Yeah, I've got a 4 terabyte hard drive. I have a 4 terabyte mechanical drive and a 1 terabyte solid state drive on my new computer. And I've had to delete stuff. I mean, it hasn't gotten down to almost nothing, but with my 4 terabyte drive, if I get down to 500 gigs, I'm like, oh god, it's time to start. Because they can fill up. You get games now that are over 100 gigs for just a game. 125 gigs. I think Red Dead Redemption might be an example. There've been a couple that are just huge now. So, yeah, get that space. I'm all with you there, Evie. Right there with you. The fire is real. Yeah, it's been a while since that experience. And I remember eating those noodles thinking how much I was enjoying it and how I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to order it this spicy again, but this is quite an experience. I just didn't realize I was going to be continuing to experience variations on that experience for the next 14 hours. I don't know why. That was the biggest chug of water I've had in like a week. I usually don't drink that aggressively. I think it was all that barbecue beef and rice with no vegetables. My body is like, what the hell did you put in here? If you eat something with some, like all that stuff just absorbs moisture. Put some back. Oh, came in the same day. Same day delivery with Amazon. Sweet. Yeah, our thing we're doing now is we're getting some more camping gear this weekend probably. Alalee! Alalee! I always feel like I always feel bad when I try and forcefully say your name correctly because I feel like I'm terrible at it. I should be able to do it too. But I'm so happy to see you, Alalee. So yeah, our camping season for us, camping's technically been available, but our bookings of camping, which we've booked a bunch of camping throughout the summer, starts at the end of this month. So now if you remember last year, we bought a Honda Fit, which is small, and then immediately developed a passion for camping and started camping. And then we kept realizing, would it be nice if we had this? Like, oh, we should get an extra tarp. Oh, we should buy, we saw other campers that had these bigger, more comfortable folding chairs. We should get those. And then all these little things that we added up, and all of a sudden, like, I don't know if you've seen a Honda Fit, but they're tiny. They can fit a lot of stuff in them, which is funny. That's why they're called Fit, because there's like the space inside is optimized really well. But we very quickly learned, like, oh, we can't get anything else. Like, oh, let's get a canopy because we're in Oregon and it rains, and it would be nice to have a canopy over the entrance of our tent so that we can leave our tent and come in and out of our tent without being wet, and just like have a place to set our chairs. And we were like, nope, that's not going to fit. So we bought one of those things you put over the top of your car, where you get the rack and the container. And we got one of those installed last week. We're pretty excited. We call our car Fitz. Fitz the Fit, F-I-T-S, Fitz. We call it Fitz's hat. And we're always talking about how dapper Fitz looks in his new hat. It's very handsome. It's a handsome boy, Fitz, with his new hat. And so now we can get the extra big stuff that we want for camping. Trade that Honda Fit in for a Pontiac Aztec. I don't know if I know the Aztec. But my wife is talking about if we get another car or next time we get a car, she wants to get something with a lot more storage space specifically for camping. even like maybe something big enough to potentially, like if we had hit really bad weather, sleep inside. It's not a bowler hat, but we act like it sort of is, James. So, but like one thing is we both bought new chairs, and my wife got this like really slim, like low to the ground reclining, like type of chair, and I got this beast of a chair, and it's huge, and it comes with a footrest. It's basically like being in like a lazy boy that you unfold out of a bag, but it's huge, and the carry case for it is huge. And when I got it, she immediately got jealous because she really liked mine a lot more than hers, especially because the one that's low to the ground, it's like really hard to get out in and out for people of our dimensions. It's a lot of awkward getting up from the ground situation. A Walter White hat. I don't remember what Walter White had. Has a built-in pop-out tent? The car does? That's really interesting. I'm not familiar with that. I mean, I'm sure now that you mentioned it was in Breaking Bad, I probably would recognize it if I saw it. It was quite geometric. But yeah, so my wife immediately got jealous of my monster chair, but we couldn't fit another monster chair if we got it in the car. So that's one of the things that started prompting. So now she's gonna get her own monster chair, and I think the other thing we're gonna get are cots because we've been sleeping on bedrolls. They got these cool fold-up cots now. That'd be kind of nice to not be sleeping like on the ground, and both to not be on the ground and also to be when you get in and out. The whole getting up and down from the ground when you're in your 40s and you're on the heavy side, getting up and down all the way from, especially in the middle of the night when you have to pee, it's all dark, you're trying to get out of your sleeping bag, it's cold, it's like 40, 38 degrees, it's cold, you get up and then you have to to stand all the way up from being all the way on the ground, stand up, it's crazy. What do you think we are? Nintendo was a built-in option. Okay. I watched Breaking Bad. I don't remember that at all, but it's been several years, so I don't remember him crashing his car either. Taking all the best parts of indoor life and put them in and around your tent. Yeah, that is sort of the flip side of it. Is it does seem like we're it's like, well, why bother to leave the house? We're just trying to make it seem like, hey, look, let's build 4 walls and put a bed there, and we can get some Wi-Fi, plug in our computers, and get internet, whatever. It's like all of a sudden, oh wow, that'd be awesome. It's like, yeah, I can't even see the outdoors from here. Let's stay here all weekend and watch YouTube. But yeah, well, we did some like cabin and yurt camping over the winter when it was cold, so that's fun too. But we're looking for more woodsy nature type situations, and that's one thing that I kind of like. Like someday I might even be into like an RV or a trailer, because we're always jealous of those people. But I like the idea of you're kind of like in a wildernessy spot that's just like a patch of land in the woods, and then you bring a bunch of crap there, and all of a sudden you turn it into like a little, 2-person village for yourself, a little home. And then when you're done, you pack it up, and it's just a patch of land in the woods again, a little patch of dirt. Smoked baby scallops on Ritz crackers. I would be jealous if I weren't so full of Korean barbecued beef and rice. Like right now, if you were like, hey G-Law, I'm eating I'm eating a big wad of like wet, crispy lettuce and tomatoes, and a cucumber. I'd just be like, that sounds good. Speaking of wet stuff, let me have a little more water. Get away from electricity for a while. That's actually one of the things. Now, I will bring my Kindle to be able to read, but that's one of the things we've liked. In some campgrounds we have service, and some we don't. But like our favorite campground, you get no service at the campground. So when you're there, it's like, yeah, you're unplugged, and it's kind of nice. Oh, I like Steve Wallace. Yeah, I've watched a bunch of his videos. What's the one? I watched one the other day where he's got a cot. It's one of those tent cots. It's like a cot with a built-in tent on top of it. A reader though, a Kindle, like the book reader. This one. This is not. This is the Kindle Paperwhite. This is not to like watch movies or anything like that. This is like literally because I've taken to. This is how I like when I buy books to read. I don't want to actually read a book. This is how I do it most of the time now. I still have some actual books. But yeah, this is, I've got like a whole library in here. And it's nice, it's light. It's not big. And you know, if you're gonna read it and after the sun goes down, it's got the built-in light, but it's not an LCD screen. This is their Paperwhite technology, but they have lighting. They have really good lighting these days. I got this last year. You need Tales of the Silmarillion? Oh no, I was just showing you my Kindle for illustrative purposes. I wasn't gonna read anything to you. But yeah, I like my little. It's nice. And then when you're reading, yeah, you just like. It's really easy to hold it with just one hand. And you just swipe with your thumb. I've read off of phones before. Actually, I read like 3 of the Game of Thrones trilogies on I think it was a pocket PC that I had in like 2004 with a screen. It's like a smartphone size screen, and it's just nice to have a little more real estate. And also because it's not LCD backlit, it's a little easier on your eyes. So, that's good. I like it. You camped in a U-Haul -40? Yeah, this is, I actually have 2 Kindles. The other one is like a tablet Kindle. But this is the Paperwhite. It's the 2020 version. It was whatever the most current Paperwhite was as of last summer. And then I've got the Kindle Fire HD 10 from last year, which is also pretty good. And this was on sale for $99. It's basically like an Android tablet. It's pretty. It's not as smooth and responsive as an Apple product. And it's not as flexible as a true Android because it's through Amazon, so they try to force all their shit on you. But I found a way to get it to work with the Google Play Store, so I can do Google Play apps, and that works more often than not. But yeah, this is more for like sitting around at home. Sometimes when I'm laying in bed, I'll set this up to watch movies on. And then I'll have my phone and I'll be looking at like Facebook and doing other things. You know, when you're in bed but you want to digitally multitask, it's nice to have lots of different devices. So that's this. This is the Kindle for multimedia purposes, and this is the Kindle for reading. And -40 is where Fahrenheit and Celsius are in the same temperature. I did not know that. You smoke a lot of weed and there's much of video games. Oh. What about just the reading Kindle though, James Baker? The other one is big and bulky. I tend not to bring it. But this thing is made for travel. Like, it's got a 2-week battery life. You can turn it on for well, I've had it like in standby for like a month or two at a time, where I haven't been reading, and I open it up and it's like, oh, it's still 54% battery. Well, what about actual books, James Baker? Is that permissible? Can I bring a copy of the Silmarillion, the paper copy, and read it? Or is that cheating too? Because that's all that I consider this to be. The reader, the paperwhite, is like is like bringing a book. Because before I brought books and I'd have like a headlamp and we would read after the sun went down. And the whole time I'm thinking, that'd be nice if I had one of those Kindle Paperwhites. So a paper book is not cheating, but a Kindle Paperwhite, its only purpose is to act as a book, an e-reader, is cheating. I don't know. I feel like that's awfully arbitrary, Mr. James Baker. Don't make me read. Don't make me read nature. All right. Well, you know what I think it is time now for, though? Because it has been 41 minutes since I started my stream. It might be time for me to ineptly start tearing some ships apart. I can show you all the advanced craziness going on in this super awesome shipbreaking game. Don't bring up... Hey there, Gun Kid's got a point there. That my paper book may irritate them, but they're not going to care about something made out of plastic. Time for just a little baseball, right, Brad? All right, let's do this.
5 seconds of gameplay.
It's time to get into my Zen place and play my games. Gotta play my games. Everyone shut up now. It's time to play my games. At least I think that's what's happening. Let's tear some ship apart. Oh yeah, I don't want to use plastic toilet paper. That would be very uncomfortable. Not absorbent. That's arguably more insulting than reading a book, too, for an end. Considering what you do with it. Alright, is this... Hello? I'm not sure what... There we go. Yay! Thank you, OBS. You're my best friend now. Oh, the only reason I actually have electricity is to stream it? Well, wait. If I'm off the grid, when there's no cell service... How the hell am I supposed to stream it, James? James? You're coming up with a lot of very unreasonable expectations. Bring a lighter in case I piss off the ants? Good morning, Shipbreaker. Oh, there was an extra message. Oh, I think there's some underground union. That's, okay. I'm not going to read all this now. But I'm starting to get messages from like this, the secret attempt to unionize for the shipbreakers. Oh, that's right. I have, tomorrow is exactly 2 weeks from after my second dose, my second Pfizer dose. So, yeah, my 5G should be fully operational at that point. Become a union man. Wait, how's my equipment doing? Yeah, everything's doing all right. And... ooh, this one's worth a lot. Hmm, 3 power cells. Why is it worth so much? Oh, it's huge. Huh. That could take 3 times as long. Here, this one is worth 3 million and it's low hazard. Am I gonna play Dead by Daylight with Beck on Sunday? I hadn't planned that far ahead. My desire to play Dead by Daylight is extremely spontaneous because it's a stressful game that I'm often not in the mood to play. So that's the sort of thing I'm not going to make any commitments to 4 days out. Yeah, okay. Oh, now the game is set up so you work in shifts. And you have 15 minutes. And you can go back and keep working on the same ship in subsequent shifts. But each shift is a day. And each day you get charged 500,000 credits. And so if you don't make enough salvage during your shift, then you actually lose money that day. Yeah, there's after daylight savings, there's definitely less time to kill people. Oh no, is that why you lost interest in Dead by Daylight? Tell me it ain't so, Brad. I know how much you loved it before. Alright. You play a little Spider-Man there. Alright, everything's turning on. Oh, this one might be pressurized too. Let's see. See, I'm gonna have to be careful because the green areas in there are pressurized. Huh. I think I can get away with ripping some stuff out up here. I gotta be very careful. Because if I pull out anything that's connected, that's going to open up a hole to the pressurized portion, it's going to be problems for me. Alright. We'll pull off some of the stuff outside.
Secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, hello. Wow, that's it's got a very awkward center of gravity.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Well, see, you got 3 different things though, Max. You got the furnace, which is for melting down cheap materials. You got the processor, which is for handling more expensive alloys. And then you've got the barge, which is for collecting items that you need to be intact, like computers and things with computers and circuitry and advanced things. So if you throw it all into one thing, all the other stuff will be ruined. Ruined. So that's why you gotta take stuff apart bit by bit.
Salvage destroyed. Please
All right.
revisit your training.
Oh no, that was considered me destroying something? Oh, whoops! That cut through the thing behind! Okay, that's a problem.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, I was a little aggressive with that. Alright, that should be good. This part's ruined now.
Salvage secured.
Because
Credits deposited.
I sliced it up. So now it's not an expensive piece of technology. Hey, where'd you go? Come back. Now it's not an expensive piece of intact technology. Now it's garbage. Oh, slow down. No, I still need to get it out of the way. That hole in the cell would have been worth a lot of money if I hadn't cut it in half. Bullshit!
Material processed. Credits deposited.
Alright, let's see if we can get this one. This is the other side. It's still intact. Get this one down to the barge in one piece, because it's still worth something. I have, Maxie. I've played this almost every day.
Salvage secured.
But it's one of those games that I play at probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours at a time, and then I'm like, I've had enough. It's for me at least. It's not the type of game that you just like, hey, what? I feel like making today a game day, and then you just play this game all day. All right, I'm not gonna. I know there's some pressurized stuff going on here, and I think I don't want to screw with that. I don't want to screw with taking stuff off the hull till I've dealt with the pressurized situation. I am invisible. I tend to stay invisible.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Part of it's for that reason. Just because it's like, I don't want everybody... Oh! I don't want everybody knowing what I'm doing all the time. So wait, is there no pressure in here? Toggle pressurization? Oh, no.
Air pressure level increasing.
Well, that happened. No, I don't need that right now. Here, turn that shit off.
Air pressure level decreasing. Warning, oxygen reserves are low.
Oh shit, oxygen reserves. Alright, I don't know if this was active last time too, but you have oxygen and fuel, which you'll run out of, and so you have to keep going back to your little base. There's a store outside to buy more. And then you can upgrade you can save up resources to upgrade your helmet to have like more oxygen capacity, that sort of thing.
Oxygen level.
And there's an upgrade so that if you're in an oxygen environment like a pressurized ship, that you can absorb, your helmet can replenish while in those environments. But I don't have that right now. So I don't think there's any advantage for me to be in a pressurized environment. You don't need another highly addictive game? Oh wait, what was the one I wanted to bring up? I streamed it once, but it's a really good game. It's about the dwarves. It's a co-op about the dwarves mining. Deep Rock Galactic. It's on sale on Steam right now for $17.99. Really good game, I feel. Alright, let's be a little precise here. Get that. Get that. Get that. And here's one more. Well, the thing is you guys can still see what I'm playing. By looking at my activity. You can go on my channel, or you can go on my Game & Lawyer profile and see what I've been playing for the last couple weeks. So it's not that I, Oh, hello.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
It's not that I want to keep a secret what I'm playing. It's just that I don't always want to know people know when I'm playing. Like, for example,
Credits awarded.
if I do just want to play Dead by Daylight, I want to play it solo, which sometimes I do. And I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a while. At this point. But I won't always want people to know I'm playing Dead by Daylight because I have quite a few friends that play it. And sometimes I don't, I mean, nothing against my friends, but I feel like playing by myself. So I'll stay invisible because it's like, I'm just gonna play by myself, do some solo grinding,
Credits deposited.
etc. and so forth. Alright, this is the good stuff. This is the intact stuff inside
Salvage secured.
that's
Account
going into
credit
the
applied.
barge. Oh! You can hurt yourself if you pull that out too fast. You're not playing... Well, it's actually a game that I've played mostly solo. And I've enjoyed it solo, but it's better co-op. But you can definitely play it solo. And it's got like a lot of progression, and
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits
it's got different character classes that the more you play, you unlock special, abilities and things like that. So I played a ton of it alone,
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
and it's a really like when I played it, everyone was like, "Oh, what's this weird obscure game no one's ever heard of?" Now that it wasn't even on Steam at that point, it was only in the Windows Store, which is I don't own it. I'm actually thinking about buying it on Steam because I only ever played it through the Xbox Game Pass for Windows. And so I'm thinking I might want to like buy it, and also there's no crossplay between the Windows Store and Steam, which also kind of sucks.
Salvage secured.
So I'd have to buy it again if I wanted to play with people on Steam. Or I haven't bought it at all. Alright.
Salvage deposit accepted.
It's because I became a PGA pro, now I'm all like... I got my, like, the security. I moved into a gated community. It's like, oh, my old friends try to visit, and I'm like telling the security guard, tell them I'm not here.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of stuff in this room to go into the barge. Oh, there's... Alright, need oxygen again. Sometimes there's actually oxygen
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
in here, but I don't see one in this ship. There'll be like oxygen canisters and fuel canisters. Do a little Spider-Man with my grappling hook here. Get a little, give it a little tug.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
There we go. Let's see here. Any of these things? I think these things were bolted in from the inside. That's why I didn't take them off. Let's see, a little door panel. That can be salvaged. There's one right there, too. And those things are electrified, so if I pull them out while they're electrified and bring it too close to me, I'll get a shock. It's not good either. You gotta know what you're doing in a game. Hold on a second. I just realized I don't think I've got the right control profile for this. I just tried to use some of my shortcuts. I still have, yep, I still have it set to Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's like, how come I can't bring up my flashlight? The flashlight button that I've customized is not working. Alright, that should do the trick. Yay, flashlight. All right, let's get a little tug here. This is a processor bit. Okay.
Valuable object processed.
No.
Credits deposited.
Is this just more floor? Is this... Is this disconnected? Oh no, that's still connected to something up here. Oh, there it is. Oops.
1 minute left, Cutter.
Oh,
Time
crap.
to start wrapping things up. Weaver out.
That all coming out now? Nope, I'm not sure how to make this thing come out. I don't think I've done this kind of shit before. We'll just let... Hey, there's oxygen. Alright, so for that shift... Was it an amplifier? Is that the name of that thing I destroyed? Anyways, I actually made over $1 million. So that's not bad. And now it's next morning. They take out 524,000, but I got $1 million, so I'm up a little bit. My balance is still 1.2 billion. But I owe. These are all charges that are mostly accrued from the costs for me to get trained. And to start the job, I had to pay all this stuff, all these fees and expenses that the company fronted me, but now I owe them. So it's just like real life. And you can continue salvaging the same one, or you can start a new one, but the old one will disappear if you do that. All right. Ow, whoops. This game has actual like 0G physics, so it can be a little unwieldy sometimes. I push this up now? Oh, this... I think once I get this... There we go. Okay, but don't go too far. Let's get that light fixture off. Because this needs to go down to the barge. And the rest of this...
Salvage deposit accepted.
Really? It all goes in the furnace? Well, this little bit on top goes in the processor. But it's totally attached. Alright, screw it. This is all going in the furnace. I wonder why that whole thing ended up going in the furnace. this is what I'd really like to do is figure out how to take the floor out of this thing. Can I get the floor out? There it goes. All right, stop it. Stop it. Get up here. Don't go down there. You don't belong down there. Oh, this shit's really in the way. All these structural pieces. Alright, that's going.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Let's see, what's there we go. There's a bed. Oh crap! Bed frame goes in the barge. The mattress goes in the furnace. Come on. Oh, bed frame goes in the barge. Is that going in the barge? Yeah. What's this little guy? A data drive? Audio data?
The Stellar Commission, governing body for most of humanity, a barometer for stellar conflict and a platform for pan-solar collaboration. Let's look at the organization, its wins and losses over the years, and how it has been tested by many logistical and social issues. Since 2275, when it was formed to address the need for a unified method of governing the many disparate colonies of humankind, the Stellar Commission has routinely come up against one of the ugliest forces in the whole solar system, the sheer, unmitigated joy of corporations exploiting humans as they see fit. Centuries of nearly zero regulation amid the colonies has emboldened and empowered these corporations to the point that they've come to wield immense power over civilization. You'd think that with the formation of the Commission, whose members hail from all corners of the solar system, those companies would have found their true match. But frankly, the actions of the Commission have been largely wanting. The long procession of chairfolk, all the way back to the first of their line, Chairperson Rao, despite their best efforts, have seen themselves outperformed practically every step of the way.
This is quite the extensive audio
largely
file.
To find methods to govern the many vast pockets of humanity, scattered tens of thousands of kilometers apart from one another. We the peoples of the Stellar Commission band together in determination to save future generations of the horrors and historical missteps of our dying home planet, which has brought untold sorrows to humankind. Or so the mission statement goes.
I just need to check. It could be we're having a slow chat night. But I haven't seen any chat occur in like 10 minutes, which is unusual. So I think it's still going, but if you tried saying something, the last thing I see is G-Log has become an elitist since he became a PGA Pro. But I've also gotten Zen into my game, so this should just be the pace of the stream right now.
Warning, oxygen reserves are critical.
Shit, oxygen reserves.
Credits transferred.
Alright, Nick just confirmed. Here, I saw some shit, where was it? Here it is.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Oh, that was really playing with fire there. All right. So as long as I know that everyone is just everyone's just vibing off of my zen vibe and just being quiet, that's okay. But I always get bothered when, because it happens sometimes where I'll think chat is quiet and then it'll stay quiet for a long time. It'll turn out it's kept going and people have been trying to talk to me and I haven't seen the chat. And then they're like, fucking G-Law, not answering my chat. I'm pretty sure if I hit the oxygen containers with my blowtorch, there'll probably be ramifications. Let's see. Let's hit this. That releases like a fuel rod thing inside. Let's disassemble this little thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disassemble this side of the ship and then remove the reactor core, because the reactor core is very temperamental and it's the one thing on this ship. It's the most valuable thing on the ship. And it's also the one thing on the ship where if I'm screwing around doing a bunch of other stuff and not thinking about it, a stray laser might go out and hit it. And then that's all she wrote. You thought there would be more unionization?
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Well, there could be more unionization. It does seem to be the story as it exists, which is in early access, so it's not done. But the unionization definitely seems to be
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
a theme of that story. All right, let's another oxygen thing right there. All right. Oh, and there's a repair kit. Those I get to take with me between missions. All right, is this thing ready to go? There we go. Hard to maneuver around the side of this ship so it doesn't go in the furnace. This is one big section that's all going in the processor. Yeah, that should get in there now, I think.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Salvage gained. Credits awarded.
All right. Just get rid of this piece entirely. All right. You gotta be real careful, but I think I'm ready to pull this sucker out. Gonna have to be very careful.
Alright, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Either that or leave her out.
Alright, so getting accepted. There we go. Good times. All right, and I feel like this stuff carries things that could hurt me if I'm not careful with it. There we go.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
You're waiting for a xenomorph to appear?
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
Alright, there's some more oxygen for me.
Stabilizing.
So how is this... This thing's all going into the barge. How is it attached? Can't tell how it's attached. But this is not going into the barge. How is this thing attached? Oh, just pull it off. Okay. Didn't expect it to be that easy. Okay, that's going. So presumably the other side is going to be that easy too?
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Oh, I guess I can get this thing out.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
The light. And before I get rid of all this stuff, let's
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
get the airlock out. I think if I unloosen this, I can just pull the airlock. Right out. Alright, let's go out. Let's go outside, see if I can pull that airlock out. Wait, but this thing, I'll pull this out?
Cutter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this shit.
Maybe I can't get that out yet. I'm down to 45 seconds. There's not much I can get done. Maybe there's a few other rando things I can pull out.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Storage bins. Pilot's chair. Alright, come on. 10 seconds left. Alright, we're just going to leave it at that.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
You know, the funny thing is this kind of setting, like being a salvager, taking apart ships like this feels like the sort of thing you would do in the Alien universe. Like, you could make a game where it's your job to be a ship salvager, and then you find like you find an egg in there, and you're like, oh, what's this? Let me put my face into it. Alright, made another $1 million. The other thing that's arguably more important than the money is when you cross certain thresholds of the amount of ship you've successfully salvaged without destroying, you get these LT points. And the LT points are what you use to upgrade your stuff. Oh, what's this?
Hey there, Rook. So, Weaver got busy and asked me to review your salvage records today. I saw that you snagged an old data drive in that ship.
Yeah, talk forever.
I know that the networks on Earth don't really give you the full picture about what's happening across the colonies. Don't want you all getting a read on what's actually going on off Earth. These data drives, though, they're uncensored info. and they'll give you the full view. Sometimes it's useless junk, someone's recipes or bad photos flexing in front of the mirror. Other times, it's a corporate rail mail or a ship captain's personal log. Anyway, don't tell Weaver this, but I'm sending you some software to extract the usable data off these things. You'll see a new data recovery mode in your HAB terminal. Soaking in solar radiation tends to mangle most of the data, but you should be able to pull a couple of intact files off each drive. Hopefully, it'll give you a better sense of the wider world. Ports and all. Have fun with it. Later, Rook.
All right. So yeah, there's a whole crew. Data recovery. Recover now. Access. Well, I think that's the whole thing I was hearing while I was in there was that. What's this? Alright. I'm pretty sure I listened to that. It was like 4 minutes long. I thought the Nostromo was hauling ore, actually. I thought it was hauling like an ore hauler from a mining operation. Yeah, is that what you're saying to you, Maxie? But then if you remember when at the end of Alien, Ripley gets in the escape pod and shoots off into space, and something goes wrong and she goes off course from where she thinks she's going to go. And she ends up in space for like 75 years. And she's found by a deep space salvaging operation. So the place that picks her up thinks it's just some abandoned derelict ship. And the first scene in Aliens is this deep space salvager finding her ship. They bring it in. And they're like, oh crap, there's a life form in here. And they go inside and they're scanning. And she's still in her cryopod alive. And they're like, well, so much for the salvage, boys. So, see, that's sort of thing. If you're a salvager and this, you could be in a deep space salvager. Once you find your feet, you gotta. All right, Food Brother. Well, I'm glad you made it out of the accident. I'm sorry that happened, and I hope you continue on your road to recovery. I'll be thinking of you, good sir. But yeah, the Nostromo was basically just a hauler. They could have been hauling probably just anything, because the ship itself could detach, And the Sulaco was the Space Marines ship, right? So like right now I've got these LT as links tokens. Let me check. When I get back to about 70, I like repairing, because as your things degrade, they actually, like, they'll start working less well. Like at this point, the laser cutter will overheat 20% faster because it's at 80%. But let's see, the ones I'm particularly interested in is upgrading my oxygen. I think that's my first step. So in order to get the first level of oxygen capacity, I need 450 links tokens, LT. Right now I have 361, so I've still got a ways to go. But I think that's what I'm saving up for now. And each one has a bunch of different... Like this I could buy now. And this would allow my scanner to scan more things. Here I could buy the grapple. An increase in power. With causing a greater effective range for my grapple utility. Not that. The modular laser. This increases the range of my lasers. Okay. The work suit. Resynthesize audio from a nearby hazard. In unpressurized area. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I don't really want it. And then for each of these things, at the very bottom, there's like a super expensive option. And that's where, like, this is 5,500. You can buy this because some of the stuff each day for that $500,000 that you owe is you're paying rental on all of the equipment you're using every day. So if you get enough of these points, you can buy the equipment, and then you don't have to pay the rental fee anymore because you own it. But right now, all this stuff is like the company's leasing it to you. I think that sounds right, Maxie. I think it was the Salak. I want to say it was or the Sriracha. I don't know. But right now, I'm going to save up for that oxygen, I think. So let's go back to the Mackerel. It's a ship where the Western Firefly. And you can abandon a ship at any time, but you get paid. But those links points, the LP, it seems like you mainly just get those for crossing those milestones for the proportion of the amount of ship that you've salvaged successfully. Okay, yeah, that stuff's not coming off. I probably have to go inside. In this little in-between space, and find something that's attached to in here. Here we go. So I think these little doohickeys, this, that, that, there they go. I think they're detached. I'm gonna go back outside. I'm gonna go this way to pull them off. Because it'd probably be easier just to push them down rather than push them out and then down. Oops. Yeah. Let's use my little pusher beam. There, that's going.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
There we go. Let's see, can I pull this doohickey out now? No. Alright, I think I need to just remove those panels at this point. Here, sometimes these things hold structure together too, so I'm gonna hit some of these on the way out. And I've actually let this thing overheat before, this cutter. It's not good. You actually catch on fire, and other stuff around you blows up. There's a lot of ways to F up. Alright, we push this. What is still holding this in place? I cannot tell what's holding this in place. Let's try detaching this. That make a difference? Alright, I'm just gonna start detaching everything. This I'm just gonna pull out. This thing could be I think can be an explosive problem if I end up hitting it with a laser.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Ooh, I think this just came undone. Oops.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
See this thing? I thought I saw this thing move. Maybe not.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Alright, gotta go get some oxygen.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
And I think
Oxygen level
refilling the
stabilized.
fuel, I'm over here too. It all costs money, all that stuff. I've heard that because you're in so much debt, that money is maybe not that end up being that meaningful. At least at this stage in the game. And hey Joss, what's up, man? Just doing some more salvaging, I think. Not very good at figuring out how to take this ship apart, though. Okay. Let's get this doohickey out of here. It's like playing Operation.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Is there something in there holding it in? Oh, there's that. Okay, there was a piece of like a joint in there that I didn't cut. Maybe that's holding stuff up. All right, this thing is getting in my way.
Deposit accepted.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, son of a bitch. Ow! Alright, got a little electrocuted there.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, don't get too close to those. Now, we've got these tethers that could probably take care of this from here. Oh, hello. Why is it being like this? Okay. So that should pull that part in there.
Caution. Tether supplies running low.
Yeah. Alright, here's the airlock. It's open now.
Object accepted.
It was shocking.
Credits deposited.
No, were you... Do you enjoy Viscera Cleanup? Because that's honestly, that's the sort of game that I could just see myself, if I think of it more often, it's kind of fun to stream, but only if people are actually enjoying watching me play it. But it's kind of a...
Got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
It's kind of a good streaming game. This game's got a little more pressure involved. Viscera Cleanup Detail is a little more do it at your own pace. Nothing's really gonna kill you sort of thing. And hey Mike, what's up, man? Alright. Let's get this side open.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Should detach this.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
Journey. Nope.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Deal with Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't think the main thing about this game is the plot. But there's definitely, like, you know, there's NPCs and there's your crew and different things going on. Whereas Viscera Cleanup Detail actually has a lot of... Oh, I should remove this stuff. Viscera Cleanup Detail has a lot of environmental storytelling. Ooh, don't let that... Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's get... Hello. Okay. Calm down.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage
All right. Now we can continue cutting this part off. I feel like where these conduits zigzag around, it actually holds this part of the structure in place. So I'm gonna...
Time is winding down, Cutter.
Oh, damn.
Deep and let's finish strong.
All right. Is there any anything I can pop out? Here. Let's pull out some of these, and maybe some of these light
Salvage
fixtures.
secured. Account credit applied.
Here's another power cell. Yep.
Salvage secured.
Time flies.
Credits deposited.
Backed them down to the last 10. I'm not sure what happens. I'm afraid if I'm in the middle of something during, like when the time ends, that I'm going to lose something valuable. It's just going to fly off into space or something, so. All right, 1.3 million on that run. And I'm up to the 2 level, so I got 30 Lynx tokens. And if I get up to part 3, I get 75, which is nice. So I think it'll be worth coming back for a third day, for a third shift on this thing, and see if I can get to that that part without ruining too much of the ship. I'm about a third of the way to having destroyed stuff to the point where I can no longer get to 3, but we'll see. It's all the drama and intrigue. Alright, I'm gonna do a little repair. The cutter, yeah, I'm gonna repair the cutter. 391. I needed, how much was it for the oxygen upgrade? 450. So if I get that level 3 on this ship, I'll be able to buy the oxygen upgrade. Yeah, 1.2 billion. It's a little bit how like I feel coming out of law school. Yeah, we'll continue salvage. That's funny that this whole groove I've gotten into with this is doing my regular job, which is sort of like intellectually and sometimes emotionally draining. And I've been craving just like mindless, something that feels like mindless work. Well, this actually isn't mindless, but it's not. It's just more like handy work. The music is pretty cool. I agree. All right, let's I feel like we had to start.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Are we able to pull this out? No. I feel like maybe these things did make the difference. That they were somehow holding these end caps in place. It's funny when you, I'm not going to do it just to do it, but when you get electrocuted, it can screw up your sound system. So all of a sudden it starts playing like, I don't know, weird like yodeling music, this random other music. And it'll say like radio malfunction, and then it'll reset after, 15 seconds or so. Alright, now will this come out? There we go. Let's get some of these light fixtures detached. Lights go in the barge intact.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
You can go in there.
Salvage secured.
Object processed. Credits awarded.
What did I just pull? Whoops. I meant to do this. And can I pull the friend along with it? There's all sorts of strategies you can do with these tethers that I haven't figured out yet.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
No, here, here's a little helping hand. See, we could probably, these things aren't worth much, but just to get them out of the way.
Deposit accepted.
They are technically all part of the ship. I mean, I'm getting credit for all this, but the stuff that goes in the furnace, not worth that much.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
I'm not even paying attention. Are these going in? I think they are. Yeah, they are.
Deposit accepted.
All right. Was this the last
Your
little bit?
oxygen reserves are low.
Oh.
Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
Yep, we wouldn't want to damage the equipment with my carbon dioxide.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Okay, so oxygen.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Overshot a little bit. Let's see. Is this thing ready to come out? No, this is still attached somehow. I'm not entirely sure how this is attached. There's still a... something on the outside? Oh, we'll take this stuff off anyways. It could be this. Yeah, it's probably this stuff. Get this all out of here. All right. Now will this thing come off? Oh wait, let me get this.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
There, that's what was keeping it in there. Alright, that should go. Get that light. Alright, so everything on the outside there. So now this thing should go too, because this was being held in place. This chunky thing right here. Come on, go to the right. There, that'll go. Nope. Light fixture.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Okay, let's get these. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Deposit accepted.
Boom. Alright. I think some of these ceilings are still good to go. You know, let's get rid of the lights first.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
More ceiling lights. Is this $29.99 regularly?
5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you. We wrap.
I think it's the thing is it's unique enough a game that it's probably, if it was 29 and you were like, oh yeah, I'd totally play the hell out of that, then it's probably worth it. I don't know if I would have paid I wouldn't have paid full price for it, obviously, because it's been out for a year and I never paid full price for it. It was on, I can't try to remember if I had on my wish list. I think I had on my wish list for a long time. But it was just so I'd get notifications.
Processing valuable object.
If it was on sale. But a lot of, you may notice I play such a random array of games. And the common theme, $24.99 is not bad. I think I got it for $17.99, which I think is around the cheapest it ever was.
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder, asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage quotas.
Yep, it sure can. Don't want to asphyxiate and miss my salvage quota. Alright, let's get some oxygen. And this game definitely isn't everybody's cup of tea. I like Viscera Cleanup Detail.
Please contact your plan administrator to add asphyxiation coverage.
But it's an interesting game. There's nothing, it's really the only kind of game of its kind. And it's kind of a cool experience. So I definitely think, like, if you're looking at it and thinking, oh, it looks kind of fun, put it on a wish list. And so if it goes on sale, maybe, you know, when it hits that sweet spot, you can snag it. It's not going to change your life or anything, but I've been enjoying it. It actually kind of helps me relax. When I get off of work, there's some tension and stress built into this game, but for a good portion, it's just like really kind of chill. All right. Oh, we got more stuff in there to pull out.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I think you can disable that. I mean, that is something you can disable. The whole purpose of it is to is to give you some sense of urgency. And at first I was a little stressed about it, but then I realized, like, it creates a whole extra layer of strategy that's kind of fun. Makes the game a little more interesting. And it gives you a reason an incentive to try to get good. And then if you're simply not enjoying it, you can turn it off. And I think when you... Oh, fuck!
Electrical damage.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Okay.
Credits transferred.
Now it's playing weird, like, elevator music. Radio malfunction.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So I don't know if eventually...
Alright, Cutter. Wrap it up.
Oops.
You got about a minute left.
Like, if you can get too much in debt? I don't think so. Oh, credits.
Salvage secured.
See anything else? Here we go. There's a atmosphere regulator. 30 seconds.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
We'll cut this. I think that's what's kept the front and the back together, but I don't think I want to mess with that. Here, look at this light. There you go. One more light fixture. And then there's like just a free mode you could just play that's just taking the ships apart without consideration of money or anything. So there are various layers depending on what you like about this game. If you don't want it, if you're like, well, I don't want to feel rushed, I just like the idea of taking ships apart, you can just play it that way. It just removes like some of the progression. Oh, I'm so close to that level 3. See, that's the thing, if I'd been a little more efficient, because once you hit that level 3, it's kind of like, yeah, you're done. Like, you don't need to get every last ounce of this thing out, and it wouldn't be worth coming back for the remainder after level 3 for a whole shift. But it is worth going back for a third shift just to hit that benchmark, to hit level 3. Hold on a sec. So yeah, that time I gotten a lot of the most valuable stuff out, so I still made a profit, but for the next shift, I almost guarantee you I'm not going to make $500,000. It could be if I didn't electrocute myself, like I might have gotten those last few things out. Let's see, what's my equipment doing? Equipment's okay. It would be really nice if I could find a way to just get this all... Alright, let's get the little lights out. I don't know if these things are worth enough to individually pull them out. I haven't been paying attention. What are these things called? Just light. I think at this point, most of this stuff There's some alloys on top, which I'm not quite sure how to detach. That belong in the processor. Alright, let's get the, like these nubs on the back. They're attached to cheaper materials, and it's like, it'd be a big pain in the ass to manually cut them out. Wondering is if I could just cut this whole damn thing in half and just get huge big chunks. I don't know if this is something I can save till later. Is there any fuel canisters in here? I'm about to run out of fuel soon. Alright, let's try this. We'll cut... Oops. What's hanging onto this thing? Oh. Ugh. Alright. Now there's some furnace stuff that's gonna go in there that's going to be wasted because I'm not putting it in the right place. Oh, here we go. But I think the processing materials that I'm going in there with it are going to make it worth it. Is it? Are we having a soothing effect? Is that what's happening?
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
All
Fuel
right.
supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack.
I know. All right, it's time to... That's a nice, satisfying chunk. It's time to replenish my fuel, though. Probably should replenish my tethers, too. It's nice to have tethers. I don't use them a lot, but... Alright, come on.
Welcome to Vindatron 9000.
Oxygen level accepted.
The sort of this drifting around weightless is kind of cool. these things are out here. These big nubs on the outside.
Material deposited. Ship salvaged in full. Credits applied.
Alright, so I just got to level 3. But as long as I'm here, I might as well keep chucking stuff into... Oh, wow, that's one big beefy chunk, isn't it? Alright, get in there. I think that's going.
Deposit accepted.
Did it go? Okay, yeah, it went. Okay, now there's this whole thing. What's holding this all together? Alright, let's try this. Oh, this won't cut. Okay. I may just have to dump this whole thing in. It just seems like it's going to be too much of a pain in the ass to try to separate all this stuff. It's heavy though. Can I use that'll do. And that'll pretty much be that'll be the rest of it. Random. Oh, there was a whole computer console.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Make sure there's
Material
no
deposited.
yeah, this has got some value to it.
Alright, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before
Yeah,
the
there's
time
not
arrives.
5 minutes left of this ship.
Patter. Weaver out.
Peter Patter. What is this thing floating? Oh, that's a background satellite. Yeah, I think we're done. Yeah, see, I didn't make that much there. But now I've got 300... Oh, I got experience, which unlocks more ship types. And now I've got 466 the links tokens. Wait, why can't I get it? It says I have 466 out of 450? I'm not quite sure why I can't buy it. 466 is larger than 450. Well, when you first start the game, when you get hired, they're like, "Oh, here's your onboarding," and there's like, "Here's all your like interstellar transportation expenses." They give you this whole list of how much it costs to get you set up to work, and the company is like, you know, in order to propel your career forward, we're generously fronting you the money for all of your starting stuff, and then but you just have to, we'll take a portion of your wages as you work into the future. So it's basically like, yeah, that's, you owe that much money because that's how much it costs to start doing the job. So, good times. So, why can't I upgrade the helmet, though? O2. Capacity plus 100. Rank 8. Okay, I didn't realize that. So there's a rank requirement. I'm rank 6 right now. So I actually have to start with other stuff. Determine what is being viewed. Provides relevant information. So this improves my scanner somehow. Oh, it's a scan mode objects. Okay, so that just lets me, so I can ahead of time know what's in, a better idea of what's inside a ship. Let's see, thrusters. I need rank 7 before I can invest in thrusters. Grapple range, not super exciting. Extra tethers would be nice. More forceful push would be nice. What can I get for the laser cutter? Extra range? I'm almost glad my laser doesn't have more range right now, because I'm more likely... The further it can reach, the more likely I am to destroy something I don't mean to. Work suit. I don't know about this resynthesizing audio business. Demo charges require rank 11. I'm not that excited about any of this stuff that I can currently afford to upgrade. Except maybe the object scanner. But I think I'm going to wait till I get a couple... If I get to rank 7, I can... Let's see. Increase the force produced by my thrusters. That seems helpful. Other amount. Yeah, I'm just going to still save up, because what I can buy now is not that exciting. So, I just checking. Evie, are you still there? Because I could, at this point, play some golf. I could decide, maybe I'll take a vote. Whether I should start another ship, or if I should make this a Shipbreaker / golf stream, and play a game of golf. Okay. I think we're gonna play a quick 18. I did say golf. Here, let me move my face up here. This is better for golf face location. And this... no, Brad. Sorry, Brad. I know you always want to see me play Dead by Daylight, but right now I'm going to play golf. I'm going to play it with all the cheats enabled, just the way you like, because then I have fun. Then Evie can see what it's like to play the game when it's not trying to punish you for not being awesome at it. One of the killers was a golfer. Should one of the maps be a golf course instead of a piece of shit, Furyk? All right. The golf game is launched. It's just OBS hasn't quite figured it out yet. I have faith in you, OBS. There we go. Good job, OBS. So, I think I'm just playing on regular amateur. I'm using the cheater lines. I've decided that's where my happy place is. At least for now. And especially because I'm not continuing to try to play to hone my excellence to find... Well, let's be real. I played for 2 weeks and did not become consistently better at the pro level. Occasionally, I would do good. That's right, I'm the gaming cheater. How am I supposed to keep my standing at the top of the FedEx standings if I don't have my cheater line, Brad? Oh, I should turn the commentary on too, huh? Because I'm gonna have to go into the game for that? Hold on, no. I don't think I have to. Audio. Have the commentary volume turned off. Cameras and presentation. Let's turn on the... I turned off all the replays and the highlights and all that jazz just to keep the game speeding along. But when you get to the part where you're just playing over and over again just to try and practice, you stop wanting to hear as much like commentary and just keep swinging. At least that's how it was for me. The tournament just sort of like a campaign mode where you play different events that keeps track of your rank, but it's all... You're not really playing against other people, although you can play against other people. You were negative 30 in a 4-round tournament. That's still pretty freaking good. That you hit balls in the water, hit 3 balls in the water for +5. Yeah, that sounds like classic Brad Panic, or any given hole for me. This depends on who you're gonna compare it to. So yeah, you can play sort of free games, and if you're like creative, you can create your own courses and stuff in this too. You can design your own, and the community designs its own. In the past games, when it was Golf Club 2, it seemed like a lot of the courses that you played were community created courses. But this is, as it's evolved now, it's officially tied to the PGA license, and they've got like some actual real life golf courses. All right, we're gonna play the Legends Championship. No, you don't really level up. You get better, but and you can buy clubs that are better at certain things. But the thing about the clubs that are better, like it might go a little farther, but be twice as hard to hit accurately. Like the actual progression of the game is more about you learning how to play better, and not about like, oh, now you can hit the ball twice as hard. Well, yeah, some people get better, Maxie. I had a curve. I did have when I started playing for the first 2 weeks, I started on easy, and I kept bumping up and up and up, and I got to a level called Pro Amateur, and it's about where I hit my peak, where once I try to go past that, I was not getting better. Yeah, you unlock... Like, I'm actually working on a sponsorship right now, so I can unlock American flag, like, hat that matches my pants. Come to think of it, I didn't even just now check to see if I had a sponsor set up. Like, sponsor... Okay.
Hello and welcome to our PGA Tour coverage here on 2K Sports. Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start. Delighted you're able to join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and we're around the midway point of the season, Rich. Do you think the player has the FedEx Cup on their mind?
Most definitely. They have to. The FedEx Cup Championship is the beginning of the end, and they want to make sure not only are they that top 125, but they have the opportunity to advance to the 70th and 30th spot. And right now, they're playing well, so it'd be a shock if they didn't make it.
It's all set up to be a beauty. Let's see how it unfolds.
All right. Now, it's been like a week since I played this. Now, I'm afraid I'm going to forget how. Let's see. There was a speed.
That is right
down
the sprinkler line.
That's a good start.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today.
I've been keeping an eye out. Haven't seen Lawhawk logistics.
Playing from around 160 yards. Going with the 7.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a shot. You'll take that. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
A ripper.
7 feet to the cup.
I'm going to even try this without a cheater line. Because I'm that close.
Looks good off the blade. They've made it. Off to a great start today.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll have another.
Well, Rich, that's got to feel good. Opening the first with an underpar score.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
It's one of your favorites, Brad?
I love these holes.
Let's get a look at where we're going here. No wind. All right, let's pull it back a little. All right, let's do this.
Opting for the 5-iron.
Oh! I'm in a good frame of the mood to not play advanced, Brad. If that's what you're edging towards,
Couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty
I'm in a good mood to not try to play pro.
This for another.
Make sure you get both the line and the speed right here.
Who's this guy?
Get in.
Is that Furyk? Piece of shit. Oh, I don't know who that is. Justin Thomas. Oh no, that dude is like, he's like the Tiger Woods of the modern day. He's crazy good.
What an opportunity to make a birdie.
I thought you were being overly enthusiastic about my 7-foot putt. Now see this. The game, as you go to higher difficulty, it starts removing various aids. So at this level, this is the one where you can line up your putt, and then you can see, you get one chance per stroke to see where it would go if you hit it perfectly as you're set up. So now I know if I go a little bit to the left, I can try to make an adjustment based off of that. And I still wasn't quite right. But I'm a lot closer than I would have been.
On the card.
And I'm directing that to Evie, who's thinking about getting
moving up on the leaderboard after that hole.
One of the things I really liked about this game is when you start playing at the lower difficulties, there's a lot of tools to help make it easier for you.
Well, on the tee now, coming off a par, chance to pipe one up the middle.
And like with that putt line predictor, you can use that. You don't ever have to turn it off if you don't want to, if that's how you enjoy playing it. I had it turned off for a while, and now, since I want a little bit more of a winning feel, I've gone back to it. I don't like that's going to bounce into the sand, so I'm going to pull back a little bit. Eh.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff.
Nope. Oh, I thought I pulled back. At least it's not in the sand.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Oh, the fried egg. That's ugly. Any chance of getting out of this bunker?
Oh, Kisner's my rifle right now.
Down in there, guys. I do not envy them, but looking forward to seeing how they get out.
Oh, Kisner, you piece of shit. Look at that. Look at that asshole. Yeah.
Let's get back to it,
Muck it up.
Setting up in the first cut.
All right. And we'll just do it like this. Yeah, Brad started, he bought the game and immediately started playing it pro, right? I mean, you installed it, set it to pro, and just, that's how you play. You've never played it any other way. And pro is sort of like the full, pro is probably what you consider like the full intended difficulty of the game without it going into like brutally unfair punishing territory. But it's very, it will punish you for the slightest inaccuracies, but that I think is probably reflective of what it's like to really play golf. All right, you know what? I don't know why I'm doing a pitching wedge, so I probably don't need to pull it back as much as I'm doing. Ah, no.
Going with the pitching wedge.
Tempo.
That should find the surface.
It's that putts. It's a swing speed. I still haven't gotten
not
down.
A bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Oh, good look at a birdie here.
No. Ah.
Right by the hole. And this one is for his par. Well hold.
All right.
Let's move on.
So see, I got, even with all the cheater stuff on, I've gotten one birdie so far.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
I've had a couple good games in pro. A couple times I've been under par. I'll come out of a game like minus 1 or 2 under par. But on average, I probably come out of those games somewhere around 6 to 7 over par when I go up to pro. And I was really hitting pro hard for about 2 weeks. And I just felt like I wasn't getting any better. I was starting to get frustrated, so I decided, all right, I'm gonna pull it back. Ultimately, you want to play the game to have fun. For me, anyways. Some people play because they want to know that they're really good, or they're getting better, or they're excelling, and this game will do that for you. But if you just like I just like swinging and making the ball go, and you know, having some challenge, but not where the most minute variation of like your thumb movement is going to cause like a disaster to happen. You can play that way too. That's what one good thing about the game is it has a very customizable level of difficulty.
That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there.
So depending on what kind of experience you're looking for, or what kind of challenge you are or are not looking for, the game can accommodate you.
Time for the second shot here at the 4.
And 7 irons. Pull that back just a little.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Yeah, it always tends to, the shot that it gives you frequently overshoots.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Yeah, I'd say pro is fair, but it's unforgiving. It's unforgiving. if I had started playing on Pro. Now Brad has been playing this developer has done a series. They did 3 games before this. And you've been playing all of them, right, Brad? Did you get all of them? Golf Club 1, Golf Club 2, and then the one before this? And then this. And you've played a lot of it. So, me, I got Golf Club 2. I played a little bit. And I think what I like about this one is it gives you... It can be a much more forgiving experience. Alright. Let's push this forward a little bit. This one tends to under. Yep.
Great touch. Really nicely played.
Just eyeballing that one.
Another par.
And in it goes for the par.
You didn't play the PGA license game. Okay.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
I'm probably going to stop after this game, which means I'm not sure how much longer I'll be on.
Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
Maybe a half hour, possibly an hour. But yeah. Check back in. I have no promises though. All right, I'm going to pull back a little bit because sand.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway.
All right, that's about where I want to be.
Second shot here on the 5th.
And the hybrid. Let's pull that back just a tad. Slow. That's going to the right. Oh, that bounced in a good direction.
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
All right, let's try it without the cheater line.
I like the most. That one ranks right up there.
And that's for
oh, that's the line, Brad.
And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. He's currently in a share of 6th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Oh, look who's in second place. Look who's in second place, Brad.
Time to tee off at the 6th.
He's not my rival anymore on paper, but he'll always be my rival in my heart. Let's see, a 3-wood, or do I just go with the driver? I'll let the big dog eat. Don't let the big dog eat, Brad.
This looks to be a fairway seeker to me.
I let the big dog eat, and I was rewarded. Our hearts will always be full of hatred for Jim Carrey.
You gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Taking out the big stick and going ahead and walloping it right onto the green.
The big dog ate.
The all-important top 5 coming up if you can hold this.
All right, slightly uphill. That maybe is. Let's see what this will do. Nope, that wouldn't have done it. Let's pull it a little bit more and
Get in the hole.
Oh no.
Just didn't drop.
I still get a birdie. That would have been an eagle.
This one started out on a good line. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
All right,
and
see, this
is top 5 also.
This is feeling better now.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Let's see what happens here on the 7th.
Oh, I'm on the 7th. For some reason, I thought I was on the 12th hole. I was in 12th place, maybe? I saw 12 somewhere. Okay, driver. Let's get a little further away from that sand.
Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time.
I think it's the biggest ass I could have made on the customizer.
Let's take a look at Justin Thomas from earlier. Our player
Yeah, let's see
currently in
what
second,
Justin Thomas
making
is
a
up
really
to.
great shot.
It's probably going to go
He's
right
a sharp
in.
shooter from short range, isn't he?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
of course
shot.
it did.
Go ahead and make one. Don't worry about getting it up and down.
Oh, yeah, I did. Almost got
And
almost
back
got
to the
an
course
eagle.
for the live action. Second shot here on the 7th.
It's a 5 wood. All right. I never trust it to... There.
Looks like they've got the 5 wood.
Probably still over aggressive. Yeah, it's going to roll right off the other side. And I was a little fast on my tempo, which of course makes it go to the left. Because that's what happens when you swing
Sitting
fast.
at -3. Time
It goes
for
to the
fifth.
left. Yeah, let's do it like this.
Didn't that look good for a long time?
Yeah, it looked great.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here.
Ooh, I got a birdie potential here. Dead eyes, like a doll's eyes. All right. Oh, this is... Oh, I was going to say, it looks like a cheater line for sure, but... It's flat where I am.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Currently has a share of 2nd place.
I'm tied with a bunch of people, including Gary Woodland, that piece of shit. I've
reached the
earned a lot of
8th.
enemies in
It is
this
yours.
game. And 5 wood. Yeah, I think that'll do for me. Do I want to go 3? I think that'll do even better for me. Yeah, let's do a little bit of 3 here.
Go with a 3
that's
wood
going
here.
that's going in the sand. No, maybe not. Ooh. Oh, that bounced really nice. It's just going to keep rolling. It's going to slowly roll all the way off the course.
Sitting at 4 under for the day in a share of 2nd spot.
You know what? Screw this. Now I'm going to putt. Especially since I got cheater lines. That's not good.
Ouch.
Ah.
That hurts. Just 3 feet to the cup. And down it goes.
And down it goes.
Currently at -4 overall.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a
Yeah,
bad
now I'm
thing.
tied for 1. Is Dustin Johnson a real go-getter?
Well, who doesn't love a short par 4? Is it time to be aggressive or lay back?
This hole is so important at this critical time. Go for it. Lay it back.
You got to let the big
How
dog
much
eat,
do you
Brad.
Trust your swing.
Now, once you find the cut stuff.
Letting the big dog eat. It's about as far as I was going to get.
This is the 2nd shot here on the 9th hole.
Yeah, I like that. Ah, a little short though. Yeah. That made a dramatic difference. I didn't pull back all the way on my swing. It's kind of painful. After that opening
A chance to move to 5
with the
under
big
par.
dog. Looks like we're mostly going to the left. Let's get another foot or two there. There is some right action going, so I'm going to see what this does. Oh no. First off, I don't need to hit it that aggressively. Pretty much almost went straight on. I'm going to just do it like this. Nope. Close.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
I can try this unassisted.
Nice stroke. Well done. John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, I'm down on the 9th hole, and this is Kevin Kisner's next shot.
Kisner.
From 28 feet out.
I bet he makes it, prick. Ah, you suck. What a loser.
And after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks.
That's not how you get to be number
Well,
one,
Rich, as we
Kisner.
make the turn to the back nine, what are your thoughts so far?
This is what you practice for, isn't it? You want to be
Furyk.
near the lead, in the lead, tied for lead, whatever it is. This is why you put in the hours each and every day.
Furyk is tied for first place with a bunch of other people, including myself. No, I'm not sure I'm into this situation. Yeah, we got to pull back. That's going to go in the. That's going to go in the. Yeah.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff.
Still. Yeah, there we go. Bounce left. Not going in any sand. I could have gone it further, but I was
This
afraid it
shot
would go in
from
the
about
sand.
190 yards out.
Oh, gee. Oh, gee whiz. Oh, yeah.
Going with the 5-iron here.
Eesh.
That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one.
Yeah, that would have been good if I had gotten it to go straight.
And this effort by Justin Thomas. Oh, in the fairway bunker. These are always the tough shots. Oh! Well struck.
It's a real bitch move.
Getting ready to play their third.
You know what? I'm going to putt this bastard. Just barely go to the left. Could probably go in. I'm going to need to give it maybe a little more nudge. And I might even go too far to the left this time. Oh, yeah. Instant replay for that one.
Take him to 5 under. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
Of course you would. Cheater line for the win, baby.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard.
All right. It's me, Joel Dahman, and Jim Furyk. Tied
Welcome to the tee at this par 5 hole.
for
Go
first.
Gunnar.
All right. This is just a full-on let her rip scenario. Let the big dog eat. Oh, that's...
This one's looking good off the tee.
Oh, that
should find
tempo
the short
was
stuff.
frightening. All right.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th.
Didn't wreck anything. And I don't think we're getting to the green. Yeah, that was slow. See where this goes. I think we're good.
And here we are with the third shot.
Nine-iron pitch.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, this one's right down the pipe.
Ooh. Oh! Oh!
Oh, you beauty.
That's the best shot I've ever made.
Check out this little beauty. Nice touch. Yes, sir. Gets it to go. Thank you.
What an amazing shot. Let's take another look at that one.
Yeah, for sure. That was a bitch move, and I did it.
Leading by a shot after that hole.
The lead continues to grow. This is simply amazing.
Now I'm the only one in first. Nobody else had an eagle like I did.
Well,
Justin
that's
Thomas.
huge momentum they're bringing to this hole. Coming off the eagle. Time to hit another good drive.
Do you attack it and try and increase your lead, or do you lay back and
you
play
attack
safe?
it.
I like to attack it. What do they like to do?
I'm going to have a slightly fast tempo so it goes in the sand. That's my strategy. Because when you swing fast, things go to the left. It's pure physics.
To maybe save from there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, saved by the flag.
Take your hat off to them. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
I think this is just a straight on.
It's on a good line. And that's the kind of fighting spirit that keeps a good round going.
It was off the tee with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Still in the lead now after that hole. And we've arrived at a par 3.
All right. Yeah, that 3 wood looks about right. Maybe pull back a tad. All right. Fast tempo. Going to the left. Probably in the sand. Oh. I can live with this. Although if I hadn't hit it fast and it went straight, it might have gone right by the hole.
Well, there's action aplenty all over the course. Let's have a look at this highlight from another player.
Oh, check this out. Showing us how it's done from the sand.
What are you doing, Kisner? Kisner! Oh, if it went in, I would have slapped him.
That's fine work there.
That would have been the bitchiest shot that ever bitched.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
That's a long putt. Let's see, we're going left. We're going right. Going more left. I'm almost kind of curious to see what happens if I let it go just straight from here. Okay, I'm gonna need to go a little bit left. Yeah, too much left.
Oh, so
that was
close.
In the swing was the problem. The stick was too much left.
Yeah, we'll take that. Currently 8 under for the round. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
Right, I'm now clawing to keep my #1 spot. Feel the sneeze coming on.
That's heading for the fairway.
That'll work.
This shot here.
If I was
near the
wearing
200
pink,
yard
is that
line.
the secret, Maxie? It's a 5 wood? Now I'm going to pull that back.
Going with the 5 wood.
Hey, come on.
Oh, this would be handy if we could bounce right.
Eek.
That's not what they were looking for.
Not taking enough.
That
club to
fast
get it
tempo
there.
is getting me every time now.
Close
If
to the
I
surface here,
concentrate on
green
not hitting it
sideline.
as fast, it'll be very slow. Oh, that's like straight. All right, I'm going to see if I can putt it from here. Of course
Is
not.
that a rush of blood or something?
I'm always fearing you can see the line of my swing is just like just
Power
off
saver coming
center
up
to
for
the
this
left constantly. I just tried to compensate,
Oh, gee, that line was
and it
looking
went
good,
way
wasn't
to
it?
the right.
And this one is for bogey.
That's what happens when I
got a
when I
chance.
concentrate on correcting.
And that'll be a bogey.
First bogey. Does that
And Justin
does that
Thomas
put
currently
me
leads
out
the
of?
field.
Yeah, no longer a number 1. All right, Justin Thomas.
Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Hey, Mike, what's up, man? How you doing? The cheat lines are not pulling it off for me. Yeah, let's do it like this.
And choosing the 8 iron here. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left.
All right, that'll work.
That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie.
Yep. Hello, everybody. Hi.
Let's have a look at Patrick Cantlay from earlier.
I'd love to see Patrick Cantlay. What are you up
Second
to,
shot
Pat? Probably gonna go right in. Good
Solid
job.
putt, that.
Oh, the blowing the finger gun thing, though? You lost me there. That was a douchebag thing to do. You suck. Cantlay sucks. He's got an attitude problem.
Oh, this would be a good putt to hole. This
no
will
good.
move you into first place.
I'm gonna use cheater lines. No, wouldn't have gone.
Okay,
And
steady now.
my constant veer to the
3
left
feet to go here to the
does it
hole.
again.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
At least it wasn't another bogey.
He's currently in a share of top spot.
And after that good
Oh.
play, moving up the leaderboard.
Tied again. Total douchebag move. Oh, I didn't remember. Did you have this before? I know you were watching an earlier stream. You just started practicing. It feels like it's the game. It's the kind of game that really wants to be played with a controller. I haven't even tried it with a mouse and keyboard, to be honest. And normally, mouse and keyboard is my go-to. Nah. Oh, that's going left.
This one's bunker bound.
Yep.
Time to step into the bunker now.
I have a talent. Oh, don't do that. That's like... Yeah, let's do this. Pull it back. Let's not be water over aggressive to get in that water. Oh, you bought it that night? Okay, that's right. I remember you mentioned you found it on sale.
That's it. It's okay. Getting ready to play their third.
All right. This hand wedge. Ooh, slow. Okay, that's going off to the right. I think my tempo is one of my worst
that'll work,
enemies.
that's
And
fine.
my finger actually went to the
Feet
right.
left
My
to the
thumb.
hole. Oh, what a shot. That would have been a nice one to
I'm
hold.
having a I'm off of
Putting
my
for
putt
bogey.
game because I'm overly conscious
Job done.
of
Let's head to the next.
my tendency to flip to the left. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm overcompensating.
Justin Thomas is at the top of the leaderboard. With
Yeah,
a
it's my underwear. You think that's a problem? Justin Thomas is taking advantage of this issue.
And now on the tee, coming off.
I don't know who Freddie Couples is. Why would I not let the big dog eat? That's my question to you. Fast tempo. Veering to the left towards the water. Is it going to go? Thank goodness for that bump.
Nicely done. Time for the second shot.
Do you think my underwear's got the stars and stripes on it? Well, I think I was playing, when I played Golf Club 2, I was playing with a mouse. And I started getting frustrated because I could never get any level of consistency. Here, I could sometimes do okay, but... Let's pull back. Let's pull back. That's going to be...
Going with the 7.
Oh.
How close was that to going in the hole?
It doesn't matter how close it is if it rolls another 20 feet afterwards.
A nice approach shot there. Pin high.
Batman
inside the
underwear.
range. Trying to get
Resident
it to
Evil
7
8?
under par with this putt.
Oh, is that the village one? That looks really good, Gun Kid. Alright, gonna use my cheater line. Cheater line says this was not a good move, but I have been veering left. Alright, let's try it like this. Oh!
It was a gallant attempt. And they'll walk away with a par on this one. So with another hole behind us, let's take a look at the
with the biggest dump truck you've ever seen. I didn't get far enough to see that. Alright, Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas may take this one from me.
The final hole.
The final hole. Wait, what are we doing? Do I want to go over there? Here, I like this. This is better. Oh. Oh. Get there! For fuck's sake! Okay. I thought that was going in the water.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here.
They're attacking your nostalgia. If only I hadn't gone in the rough. Wow, I thought 7 was pretty good.
That's a smart option. Back into the fairway. And
But I
here we
definitely
are
am
with the
getting a
third
Resident
shot.
Evil 4
One
vibe out of
stroke
it.
off the lead.
The feel from just the information I've seen on it. Let's pull it back a little bit.
Great looking shot this.
Oh, I like that.
Beautiful.
I won't even need a cheater line for that. Mine 69. Talk about a blast from the past. How you doing, man?
And another round safely.
It seems like it's been like a year or two since I've seen you. How you been holding up? It's been quite a year.
So there you have it. In the house, in top spot after the opening round. Everyone likes to get off to a fast start, and they certainly have.
And this player cannot afford to not make birdies tomorrow. They're going to have to continue the good play in order to keep the chasing pack at bay.
Oh, I came in top.
That just about concludes our coverage. On
Justin
behalf of
Thomas
Rich Beam,
fucked
I'm
up.
Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, we're going into round 2 where I'm on top. I'm top dog, baby. I beat all those sons of bitches. Yeah, JT. Did I have a sponsorship going? I think I'm done playing. Okay, hit 16 fairways in regulation. I didn't hit 16 fairways in regulation? Oh well. I only hit 10 fairways in regulation? Alright, that's okay. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude our game playing for the evening. Yeah, it's time to go to the main menu. Sorry, game. I know you want to keep playing. I know Evie's going to come back from dinner. She's going to be so disappointed that I stopped playing. There aren't 16 fairways to hit in one. I thought each hole had a fairway. Theoretically, shouldn't there be 18? Are there any holes with no fairways? Oh, maybe I don't know what they mean when they say those words. Could be I don't know what they mean. Okay. So it has to do with the number of, like, the par on it? That's how it's considered regulation? Alright, Mike. Have a good night. I hope you're enjoying Golf Club. I'm sorry, this is PGA. It's not Golf Club anymore. It's PGA Tour 2021. Because I feel like I've caused a few people to start playing that game. And I think it's a good game. I think Evie's going to end up getting it too because of me. What is NN? Oh, is that night night? Gun Kid? Alright, have a good night. Yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty low energy. I think I actually am going to wrap up. I'm not doing a whole ton of after game chatting. Just time to. We've had a pretty mellow stream, aside from getting my ire up with, you know, Furyk, but we put him well behind. I calmed down a little bit, and I came out on top. So my energy levels are back to relaxed state, non-agitated. Night. Yeah, it has. I've done. I've had a 3-hour stream, which was basically sort of generally what I've been aiming for these days. So you know what it was? It was all those 15-minute increments working Shipbreaker. It's good to see you too, Mind69. Glad you popped in to say hello. Sorry I'm ending like as soon as you got here, but I work a regular 9 to 5 these days, so I don't stream late like I used to anymore. I usually start more like around 7:30, and then I stay up forever because Nick asks me to. There have been a few times where, because people have asked me to play one more game or whatever, I'll stay up too late, and I'll come over a certain threshold where it's too late, and then the next day at work, like when it gets too late, then I sometimes have trouble getting like good quality sleep. As much as I need to be okay at my job. My job is like kind of like mentally demanding. So it's hard working that job when you're running on lean, like insufficient sleep. You work thirds, okay. Oh, well, I suppose I could spend maybe another quick half hour showing you my board game, actually. Just a little Minesweeper. I haven't played Minesweeper in like 15 years. Do they still have that? Is that still on Windows? Like, I haven't even looked for it. I don't think I've looked for it in 10 years. Okay, now. Tell you more about the Silmarillion. What do you want to know, Brad? Oh, it doesn't ship on Windows anymore? but can you get it for free on their store, or do you have to? Is it like a premium where you got to buy it now? It's got all sorts of like pay to win, pay to win microtransactions. It's like, damn, I don't remember running out of energy playing Minesweeper before. I gotta wait 2 hours to get more minesweeping energy unless I paid $2. Then I can play for another 10 minutes. Oh, it is absolutely no strings attached, Brad. No cosmetics. No microtransactions. All right, it's good times with that. I think that was a game that I played. I know I played it at a work computer. I think when I worked security, I might have played it because it was one of the only things on the computer that wasn't work. But I don't know. Maybe it wasn't at work, and I actually played it at home. It's the sort of game I can't imagine playing now unless there was literally nothing else available. But I guess maybe you get in the mood for it, you know? It does have microtransactions? I was joking about that. Minesweeper with microtransactions? That oh my god, that sounds like that's wrong. It's like tic-tac-toe with mine. It's like, oh, you want to put another X down? You have to unlock it. You have to unlock the third X. Anyways, all right, guys. And I got really excited considering Minesweeper and maybe hearing about more Silmarillion, being teased with the idea of seeing my board game collection, talking about microtransactions, $2 a month to remove ads for just Minesweeper, or is it like a Games Pass thing that removes ads from a whole bunch of games that should be free? You have to subscribe to Minesweeper. That's ridiculous. Hope the ads aren't too obtrusive. Alright. This is what's going to happen now. See this microphone? This one right here? We're going to get it real close, like this. See that? See how close I am? I always do it off camera. I decided I could just bring it right on camera so you could see how close I am. My face, my nose is touching it. Then we're going to dim the lights. There you go. Take a deep breath. In through that nose. Out through the mouth. Relaxing. Like Darth Vader. We've been over this before. You know the drill. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now. J. Maxi, Brad, Pritchard, Johnson, I, Nick C, Mine 69. Go to sleep. Gun Kid, Mike Ladd, if you happen to still be there, I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. EV23, if you ever came back from dinner. Kisner. What a bitch.